Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Brick Stomp Live Show. I'm your host, Jason, and we have Jim from England in the house as well. Retro Space Coats. And
No, you can just call me Jim from England. That's fine. Everyone who knows me knows that'll do fine.
That is where you are. Or we could Jim from the Shire, right? We could do that.
Just Jim, whatever. Retro Jim.
Retro Jim.
So, Adventurers, Egypt, mate. I'm so glad we got around to this.
Yeah, it was Andrew. I don't know if you know Andrew Auburn, Downtown Drew on Instagram. He's pretty
Future
active.
on enthusiast, amongst other things. Fantastic. Man.
He watches every show back.
Bless him.
He texted me. It was basically like, "Yo, you should have kept this one as like a kingpin, like a back in the back pocket for a rainy day, because everyone wants to watch this one." Like, you don't need to vote for that. It's just gonna win. And I put the vote up, and it was like 45% of the vote or more.
It was a good ratio.
Yeah, it was way up on both YouTube and Instagram. You guys wanted to watch this one, so
deservedly.
Yes. So I want to do a couple of things before we jump directly into this. I didn't even write a description for the video. I just said the theme that needs no introduction, and that's it. Like, I didn't write anything else because it's like you don't need to say anymore. It's Adventurers Egypt, man. All right, I'm going to pull up chat real quick, say hi to everybody. But before I do that, I want to shout out the members of the channel. We just monetized. So here we go. We got monetization. And I wanted to say thank you. We're up to 8 already. I was thinking 10 was going to be like a stretch for the end of the year. I think we're well on the way for that. And once we get 10 or more, I'll start looking into a little bit of exclusive content for those members. But like right now,
look at that fine roster of Rivermen, mate.
I know. Look at this. The Rivermen are growing. So we have Kave, Robinette. We've got Marvin the Martian. We've got Arn HB, Black Falcon, Micah, Glatt, Mox, Andrew Auburn, Chris Jones, and Absolute Garbage, Absolute Garbage was the very first member of the channel. What's cool about Chris and Absolute Garbage, they're getting the purple and yellow shield in just like 10 days. So their badges are going to change.
Yeah, man.
So that's pretty exciting. These are hand-drawn shields. And I did all of these little pixel art shields. You also get the emojis here. So that's kind of fun as well. So you can drop those in the chat. You've got the little elephant from Fabuland, the Yellow Castle, the Unlucky Armada, Skull, and the stairs. I'm going to change the stairs probably to I'm going to try to make it look like the Harry Potter stairs, like the actual Lego stairs, because we love our Lego stairs on this channel. So I wanted to do that. And as we're talking about this, Zapper just became a member. So thank you so much.
Number 9.
We just hit number 9. So it's really exciting. Yeah, and it's super heartening to see you guys want to support the channel like that.
Thank you, Zapper. That's great. Go ahead. Welcome to the Rivermen.
Yeah, welcome to the Rivermen. And it's just $3 a month. And for now, that's just a way to say, hey, thanks for doing the show and whatever, support the channel, and we can do that. You can also drop donos in the chat and stuff. I think all the super chats and gifts are live as well. All right, I don't want to focus too much on that because that's not really what we're here for. But when people become members, I'm going to shout them out.
We're going to celebrate it.
We got the Fabuland dropping Chris is dropping the what do you call it, emojis in the chat, so I appreciate that. What was I gonna say? Oh, and yeah, up until heck, I'll be calling out the members for a while, just like this. We'll drop them in the beginning of the live and say thank you, or maybe we'll do it at the end, whatever. But
for sure.
I just wanted to do that for now, just to kind of show the support here. So we really appreciate that. So let me pull this back to here. Thank you guys so much. We have Chris Jones says, good evening all. I'm happy.
Good evening, Chris.
Yep, good. And I'm happy to see Gold City Bricks jumped in. He said he was going to try to make it. So Lego.
Nice one. Good to see you, Gold City.
Hello, lads.
What's up, Barney? Hello.
You want to go ahead and read this?
Yeah. Chris Jones saying, just seen from Bricklink that some BDP Series 6 sets are going back on sale next Monday, if anyone's interested. So that's Series 6, going back a little bit now, going back on sale. But unless the Rivermen's Watchtower's in that, then I'm not interested. So if anyone didn't get the Outlaw Forest Den, I'd recommend it, says Crusader. Which one's Outlaw Forest Den?
It's the Wolfpack one.
Oh yeah. No, that's very cool. That is very
Well,
cool.
you might also be able to buy one off of Lorem. Because he said he
Yeah.
bought it and didn't like
Dude,
it.
those
or
new
was-
tiles,
He
those
was
new
like,
1x1 tiles he's put up today, man. They look great.
for sure.
Check the lead on this one, Jason, because this a little bit after me, although I did have access to the set that you can see on screen right now. My little cousin had it. I was just dark aged, but sort of on my way out, still kind of interested. And on some days where I'd stay at my nan's with my little cousin, he had this set and we used to play this. And like so many years of like kind of building with these panels and now playing for them. Fantastic.
I love it. We in here, says Gold Secrets. And we got Lorem says we need mods for the chat. Keep people in line or banished to Fabuland. I got one to banish people to Fabuland right here. Official Legoland right here. It's got all the Lego magic. So if we need to banish people, we got that ready to go. I don't think we're big enough for mods yet, Lorem, but I'll keep you in mind if we get there. So, yeah. Well, adventurers. I mean, this was one of those things that when you open the Lego catalog back in the 90s and, you didn't have any kind of leaks or online, access.
No.
It was just on the cover. First time you ever saw it was the cover of the magazine. So
maybe that's why they put so much effort into these pictures, because they knew that was a big bang, kind of big impression.
That could definitely be part of it. Old Lego marketing.
It's not going to be the whole thing, but definitely a big part of it, because we always come back to that when we think about these classic themes and the catalog art and how attached to those catalogs we were when we couldn't have access to the bricks and stuff, and those of us who were really there and really into it. And I think kind of, I think you even once said we remember him so fondly because he's almost like we kind of lived him, kind of thing. I think you said that in your Crusaders podcast with Andrew a long time ago. I always remember you saying that. Oh, this always sticks in my head when you said that, because it's kind of true. It's like you'd have them because you didn't have it. You couldn't get all the bricks out. That was what you had, and this was on the artwork. And like you say, maybe the quality that we talk about, like how they use physical set pieces and everything to really make it cool. And we talked about, well, like, is that that much effort they put into something like that? Is that what's having that massive impact on you when you see it for the first time? Is that all part and parcel of it? And obviously it is, it's advertising, isn't it? But
I think
that worked. It imprinted.
I think that might be a lot of it, actually. I mean, it might be the majority of it. I mean, early 90s was almost still like all analog. Like, the digital world was just getting started. So
yes,
yeah, man. I mean, Lego.com was kind of a thing and stuff like that. But like, they relied almost entirely on like store displays and physical marketing. And so I think that's just a sign of the times. And that's a good point, because like, you think about, well, they don't really do it like this anymore. They don't do the old set pieces and the big photo shoots and all of that stuff. And, I think part of that is the reason being is that, I mean, it's all online. They can just make it digitally, and it's like the primarily market, whatever. I can't talk right now, but what I'm saying. Like, primarily they market online. And so it's like, they just don't. It's just not maybe necessary as much, even though we love it, and it also doesn't really fit their brand anymore. I mean, we could do a whole show, and maybe we will, about like where Lego's at. Bring on Lorem, he can do all the deep dives and stuff.
It's all different now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just not like the same thing. So
it's like but the way what for us for that generation,
totally.
Now you wouldn't necessarily miss this because you didn't have it unless you're looking back retrospectively, but. This with just look, it had that depth about it and that kind of plausibility. Like, I can go to the shop and get this car and get this little set and put it all together. It's so cool. I mean, I'm stating the obvious, but like when you see something as archetypal, no pun intended, like as fundamental as this sort of Adventures Egypt stuff, it's like it's super imprinted. It's still that's Lego system to me, like that Aqua Zone. You know what I mean? Like it's just. Something about it. It's just 100%. Super iconic, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. But it gets used so much, kind of it's beginning to lose meaning, and I'm looking for something tailored for it because it's super special stuff.
Epic was a word that got overused to the point where not that well.
Everyone was still using AOL. Yeah, I remember the days, man. That's exactly
Hello,
Anyway.
everyone. Bricks and Fix Collectibles in the house as well. Wanted to shout him out or them out. Let's see. This is perfect timing too with the Mummy movie coming out. Yeah, the remake or the Mummy 4 with starring Brandon Fraser. The original cast is coming back. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm not really sure.
That's happening, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's some backlash on the Tom Cruise one, wasn't there? I think.
Oh, I wouldn't even know because it was so bad nobody watched it. But
I did hear a little something in the grapevine.
Yeah, people didn't love it. I'm probably as big a fan of the Mummy as anyone has ever been, and I didn't even bother to watch that one. It just didn't even register as something that I was going to spend my time doing.
Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, but I don't know what the Mummy, what he was doing in the Mummy. Had nothing to do with really the original stuff. So anyway, speaking of the Mummy, we got a Mummy here. I just realized, I was looking for the back of this big set here before we get into the slides because we got a bunch of stuff to look at. But this big temple, what's this thing called? The Temple of Anubis.
Yes.
I think there's another name for that. Isn't there the Mummy's something ruins or something like that?
I think that there's a European one.
Yeah, I just realized that Temple of Anubis.
If anyone can pick that one up in the chat for us, the European one.
It's Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sounds about right.
You can see on the left-hand side here, there's a back image of it, and it's way bigger than you can tell from the front. And that back image is not as marketed almost at all. It's not even really shown much on the back of the box. No. I was trying to find a nice image of that. Yeah, Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. Yeah, for sure.
That's one Gold City.
Gold City calling it out. And then I realized now I'm just looking at the slide. The main image I created has a really clear shot of the back, but I didn't make a slide showing that. So that's unfortunate. But I got fed up trying to find a good quality image. Anyway, just random.
That's all good.
Whatever.
No, it's the back. It's expansive at the back. But the front's so impressive that you wouldn't think there's much going on at the back, but there's loads.
Yeah. So, Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. Crusader jumped in there. Actually, jumped in there before Gold City, but we got people in the chat that know what they're talking about. All right, so we started off. I think Egypt is potentially the biggest of the 4 Johnny Thunder themes.
Yeah.
I don't think Orient Expedition is bigger, but it was pretty big.
They were all reasonably big, but this is the most the most popular one I see when I type in adventures and I'm looking to buy a Lego.
Yeah, for sure. And 2 of these little do I have? Oh, I didn't even have the one shell car. Look at that. I knew I was going to miss one of these because there's all these little minis and there's the shell promotion.
The shell stuff, yeah.
So Harry Kane's plane right here, 3039, was a shell promotion. But Sam Sinister's little car, which is very similar to Johnny Thunder's here, was also a shell promotion. And I'm looking here, and it's not here. That's a different one. That little polybag one is a different one.
Yeah.
So Sam Sinister, Baron von Baron had a car as well as a shell promotion. I'm kind of bummed I missed that one. But I was trying to parse them all together, and I kept copy, pasting, clicking, and I thought I had gathered all of them.
Yeah, no, sure. They're all pretty decent. I mean, if I could have any of them, it would be the Mummy one, 1183, I think.
Oh, for sure, yeah. How fun is that?
Wheels map, really great minifig. I mean, that's a great one to get.
Little obelisk top.
But at the time, my head would have probably been vehicle, plane, or car. But now, as a collector, I'm definitely 1183.
You want the Mummy one for sure.
With the nice slope.
I do like this. What do we call this brick? The Palisade brick?
Yes, the Palisade, or it's just modified brick on Bricklink, to be fair. But I always refer to it as the Palisade brick, and I know many others have. This
is a sign of the time, this little raft here, because there's a Castle Ninja set that's very similar to this, with another little raft built very close to that one, with I believe using the same Palisade bricks. So I like that one a lot as well. It kind of adds a new location to the desert sets because I don't think there was any water sets at all. So it's kind of fun to see them on a little nasty looking river. Let me see. I'll rattle these off real quick. That's Mummy and Cart, according to Brickset. We have Adventurer's Raft,
Oh wow.
We got Adventures Airplane, or is there another alternate name for that? Yeah, no, it's Adventures Plane. And then Harry Kane's Airplane if you got the poly bag.
Yeah.
And I don't even know King Fairho III if you got that mummy set in the poly bag. And Pharaoh is spelled Farao.
Oh right.
Like that's so, which is funny because he's known as Hotep, I think, in most of the others.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the polybag version of this is Jones Raft.
Oh.
Just Jones.
It's just blatantly Indiana Jones.
So it's not even Johnny Thunder. It's just Jones Raft. I'm just realizing all this stuff because I'm reading off the names off a brick set, and some of these are European release, I think, or some of these are US only. So I'm not going to get really too much into that. There's limited releases on some of these.
Yeah.
But most of them, I think, were available in some capacity for everybody. And 2 of them were shell promotionals. Including Adventurer's car, which was the ones that had Baron von Baron driving it. So anyway, that's that. That's kind of some fun lore there. Kind of nuts, actually. Lorm says, I only had 5.918 and 5.928 brand new back in the day. Great small sets. Are those, you're talking about the actual sets, right? Like once we get into it, not these little promotional ones, I'm guessing. So we'll take a look at those. Overall, I like them. I would love to collect these. I have Harry Kane's plane one. I could probably build most of these other ones if I wanted to with just random parts. They're not crazy, but I do have, I think I got this one sealed from somebody sent it to me. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, the airplane one. It's a good way to get the figs and the heroes and stuff like that without spending like $50, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, the beloved, the classic Scorpion Tracker down below.
Yeah, it's great. I love that that molded sort of seat.
First time we get to see that. A lot of new parts here. We got the Scorpions, right? Yeah, a lot of new parts.
Scorpions are the new animal for this. The new map, that lovely map with the Pharaoh head.
Yep.
Anubis head or whatever.
Of course, the ruby, and for a long time the ruby was, I believe it was exclusively in transparent red. Like that was kind of a special item for a long time because it was like the treasure from this theme.
That's true, actually. And then it all came back with multiple colors.
Then they started putting it into different colors and put it in like a bunch of pirate treasure and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I think even like Knight's Kingdom might have featured some too later. So it wasn't as rare. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I quite like them. They come in, fill treasure chests up for whatever faction you're doing gold and treasure with. But they're also, I quite like them for like, creative stuff with like, in like a Magisto or a wizard or a sort of Friday Nights context and stuff as well, kind of, or just a fantasy context incorporated into the castle, and that way they can be quite cool.
Yeah. No, I love the gems. Like it's so cool to have them. Is that what you were talking about, or did I completely derail?
No, you're exactly what I'm talking about.
I read Lorem's comment while you were talking, so I was like, I think you're talking about the gems still working in Castle. Yeah, totally. I'm on the same page with you. I'm also talking, Lorem, you're talking my language when you're dropping set names, because set numbers mean almost nothing to me. Unfortunately, that's just, my brain is not a numbers brain so much. Crusader says, I think funny spellings of Jones and the Pharaoh ones are from alternate names in other languages, which is potentially true. Yeah. I mean, you got to think about that when you got a bunch of like sets like this, if you get like some, other country releasing these things, they look just like Indiana Jones. Like you get a Johnny or a Jones mixed up or something like that. It could be like that. Or something, because it's a lot of stuff going on when you're selling a bunch of products to multiple different countries. Like
this is it.
My brother got Scorpion Tracker when it was, a current set. We didn't get much at all as far as these sets when we were kids. But I definitely have gone back and scooped up several of these. I think I have most, if not all, of the main larger ones. But I'm still missing a handful as well. So
okay, interesting.
but yeah, we'll talk about that as we get going here.
Yeah, let us know the ones that you don't have as we go through. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So like some of these little ones I don't have, but I think we got at least one or two of the Scorpion trackers lying around somewhere now.
Great.
Yeah, and then I think I have the Bi-Wing Baron now. That one was one I always kind of put off because it was small. So I was like, I'll get it at some point. Like it's not going to break the bank even later on. But I think I've picked up this one by now.
No, it's the Bi-Wing's so cool. I really wanted that, but I just never got around to it. The only Johnny Thunder set I had was this Johnny Thunder minifigure one here with the little green plate, the dynamite. And I didn't really have any other sets to put him in as an environment, so I think I just bunged him on the pirate ship, to be honest. As a kid,
he does have a piratish face. I think he's now featured in the Creator pirate ship, right?
Oh, potentially
as the captain. I think their new print is they just swapped him in as the captain of the pirate ship.
Yeah, I think so.
Crusader, are we going to mention the name swaps? Are you talking about like what was it? The Australian or not the Australian one? Yeah, they named him something else in another country. I don't know that we're going to get too much into that lore. However, we had so many slides. I was trying to kind of keep it a little bit easier and a little bit manageable. And then what happened when I was trying to load these up when we started the show, none of them loaded, and I had to go and screen cap a bunch of them and re-upload them as like lower res. I think I just made them too big or something. So it was a whole problem right before. That's why we started late. I was trying to redo all the slides. Sam Grant says Lorem Artis, and that is correct. It was right on the tip of my brain. Sam Grant was his alternate name in a lot of places.
Which is Jurassic Park, right? Oh no, that's Alan. That's Alan Grant. That's Alan Grant.
Alan, yeah.
You just have the red neckerchief.
But what I could do, let me see if I can pull this image in, because I did actually take a screen grab of one of the catalog images, because I was like, oh, maybe I will use this. And then I just didn't, because I didn't want to get too crazy. Let's see if it'll load, though. I'll pull this in. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, it's going to do something. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So here are the characters. We might as well go over this before we get too deep into it. We have Dr. Charles Lightning, I think also known as like Kilroy, perhaps in some other places. Kilroy. Johnny Thunder. We have the Pharaoh's Mummy, which I think later he was named as Pharaoh Hotep. Harry Kane is the pilot. We've got Miss Gale Storm. And, of course, the two main villains are Baron Von Baron and Sam Sinister, a.k.a. Sly Boots. And, yeah, this is what you got when you got the catalog in the magazine. You opened it up to this. Like, can you imagine this? Like, as a
what
kid,
an intro.
The magnifying glass, the video camera, like the big crates, the opening backpacks, Scorpions. I mean, the Paradisa plate coming back for the first time ever, I think, as a new print. Yeah. With all the runes printed on it, or the hieroglyphs printed on it and everything. Like,
so good.
This stuff, Lego doesn't get better than this. It just doesn't. This
peak,
is
so peak. And that gets thrown a lot as well. But like, this is the one. This is it. Peak.
Those molded coffins. Look at the molded coffins coming in multiple different colors. We've got tan, we've got blue lids, we got black, dark gray. We've got the full color one with all the printed, like, detailed painted colors of the Pharaoh on the lid. Like, it just doesn't get better than this. So legendary, says Gold City Bricks. Absolute garbage was pointing out one of the little mini cars. I think the top right car in the last one. I think I pulled that slide out of the show to pull in this page, but the top, it's like, well, here, I'll pull in that next image here, because this is the other one. Like, is this the little car you're talking about? Yeah, this is the one, the top right car. Yeah, it's still in here. Yeah, that's called, I liked the name of this one. It was kind of funny. It's just called Sly Boots car. Yeah, but that's Sly Boots. So, or Sam Sinister.
Yeah. And I could say it looks a bit like a Lego Space small vehicle that would go into the back of a Blacktron Cruiser or something.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be able to like.
But then I would expect someone like Sam Sinister to have connections through interdimensional portals to people like that. I'll save that for a later lore.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm talking about.
I know
maybe it's got some tech out here in the desert, and it's not just a micro Lego build.
It's gonna pop out of like he's got some sort of connection.
Never runs out of battery.
The Blacktron here.
Zoltaxian.
Those Zoltaxian like stuff. I could see.
Anyway, I'm dragging it into.
All right, so and this makes more sense because here's another image of that nasty green water.
Yeah.
That shows up a couple of times, not very often, but it shows up a couple of times in some of the box art. So they do kind of have at least an idea of like some oases.
Yes.
Oases. I don't know how you say it, but I wanted to also. Oh, never mind. I pulled that. Never mind. We did get the all build for the Scorpion Tracker. It was kind of garbage. Both of them were. We don't need to talk about it. How do you like these all builds though?
The one for the Bi-Wing Baron is
Yeah.
a bit like it's a bit Star Wars, really.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of weird.
That the top one in the little box up at the top right is okay because it kind of looks like one of those older like hover flying machine planes, kind of like it's got a little bit of something there.
It's the Bill. But then they got like an A-wing / sort of land speeder /
This thing's garbage. I think it's supposed to be like a pontoon raft or some sort of thing. Where it's got like flames coming off of it.
All right, so it would be someone's cup of tea because everyone's tastes different. I mean, there's some cool building aspects like if those wheels are mounted on the side, then that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly, but he dropped the map in the slime, so way to go.
Well,
he's trying to fish it out with a gun.
Baron be barrening, and sometimes it obviously goes wrong.
Well, and there's some interesting backstory for Johnny Thunder or Sam Grant. I think in the Sam Grant version, he's like ex-military and all this. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, he's got like more stuff that Lego doesn't really like to talk about anymore. But like, they gave him quite an interesting backstory as a character in Lego. So
amazing.
Absolute Garbage loves the tiny car. Yeah, I kind of want to build like 6 or 7 of them and just have them like zipping around. The tent, dude. We're gonna talk about the tent. That was another new piece, I think, for the first time, and then Extreme Team had some later, and it's been used quite a bit off and on.
It's cool.
All right, I'm gonna drop in. I love the tent piece. It's so fun. Classic, like starchy cloth pieces from back then are some of the best.
Unrivaled.
Let me pull up the next slide. You want to read Crusader's comment, and then
Crusader's saying that I was thinking of Baron von Baron / Sam Sinister, and one catalog had Harry Kane listed with the bad guys using Basil the Bat Lord's face. So there again, that Fright Night connection with the
that's interesting. Harry Kane, I mean, I always thought of Harry Kane as like a wholesome guy, but you could also get some double agents in some of these. Like the setting is perfect for that. I think one of the exactly. And I think one of the or just a henchman for hire. Like you could have him kind of like in The Mummy, right? You got like the guys who kind of double cross each other and stuff like that. For more money. So you could get some of those storylines going. I think there's a boat mechanic in the Jungle, the Amazon or Jungle line, the one that came after this. I think he's kind of like a wrench for hire, like he's kind he just comes with the boat. Like I think he's considered one of the bad guys, but I don't know that he's really.
It's just
he seems more like he's just kind of there.
Yeah. Bit like the twins and the pirates, the raft guys. They're just there. Sometimes they're with the Imperial.
Exactly. Yeah. Or they're the same guys are like walking around on the Imperial trading post, like carrying barrels and stuff around.
Yeah.
So. Bricks and Fix Collectibles says, I need to get my hands on some of these sets. Sam Sinister and Baron von Baron Face can pass in the Western sets. Would you agree, Gold City Bricks? And Gold City Bricks says they double well for Western. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a little. This is the guy I'm talking about, the mechanic from the Jungle sets.
Gabaro,
yeah, that guy. He goes along with
yeah.
Oh, I think I forgot the name of the main villain. I just literally mentioned him like 2 days ago to somebody. Senor
Palomar.
Yeah.
Senor Palomar. White top and a scowly face. I've got a few of him. He's cool, man.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, he fits well into the Western stuff. Put him.
Also,
Yeah, he might even find his way around to Clifftown, Jason? One of these days.
I'm sure he's slinking around somewhere over there.
There's some pretty epic builds on the screen right now, Jason.
Dude,
I'm
these
looking
are
at yellow parrots. Yellow parrots are
So we have Adventurer's Tomb in the top left, and then we have, I think this is
classic.
What is this one? The little Anubis statue. What's this called? Oasis Ambush. And then below that is kind of a more exclusive set, the Valley of the Kings.
Yes.
Also known in an alternate name as Treasure Tomb.
Check out the coffin car, man.
Dude, I absolutely love the Valley of the Kings set so much.
Sleek.
I mean, look at the way they used the trap door with the sarcophagus lid as like the hinging way to have it open. And the snake comes out of the top. You got another like little sarcophagus that you pull that little pin out and snakes fall out of it. And then you got a coffin car. You got 2 yellow parrots. Like, this thing is loaded.
Dude, I love this theme so much.
Josh,
I can say.
What did you say?
Josh Greathouse says, I love Lego when they do genres. Maybe this time Henry betrays the team. They need more henchmen. Yeah, I'd say so, Josh. Yeah, you probably could. You never have too many henchmen. Or can you?
Yeah, you always need more henchmen. Well, you got to have somebody to shoot without shooting the main characters. That's why stormtroopers can't hit anything. It's not that they can't hit anything. It's that if they hit anything, they'd shoot the entire cast in like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Exactly.
So I have a issue to take with all the stupid memes about stormtroopers that can't hit anything.
Yeah.
Like, that's a directing choice.
Yeah.
You should have added more people for them to hit that weren't the main characters.
Yeah,
you're gonna ruin the movie if you kill off.
It's not the actual. So in real life, they've been coming in like the Navy SEALs. And then Gold City Brit said about Palomar. We were talking about Senor Palomar, and he says Senor Palomar is one of the best. He already has the cowboy hat
for integrating into the Wild West.
Does he have a white cowboy hat? I think
he has a white one. Yeah, you could literally just take that minifig and put him in the Wild West. Like, you don't need to change anything about him.
Oh, this he fits both. I think he's pretty.
Oh yeah, he could totally make it in here as well. Like, I think so.
He's pretty transferable. I love the blue in some of this stuff, man. Like, there's this. I might have told a lie, because I feel like I had this Oasis Ambush, this one with the 75 slopes in the Anubis. I feel like I had this because I had a black treasure chest.
Okay.
And I had that.
Yeah. Well, I think that what do you call that? That would be an Anubis statue, or maybe just a cat. They had like a lot of there's Anubis statues later on. We'll show a couple.
Yeah, I think it's like, a cat.
This might just be like a cat.
Smaller one, isn't it?
Yeah. I just
love because they used to bury with cats, don't they?
When I first saw this, I was like, that's a treasure chest with like those little slopes for the legs, like the whole thing. And then they clipped a little clip on the handle of the treasure chest to make the tail. And then the fact that in a small set like this, they had a feature with a chain that like opened it. Like, this thing was pulling way too much weight.
Through the little two clip.
Yeah. It's like
gap.
It's a totally Indiana Jones like trap setup with like the little secret lever. And the thing's got 77 pieces.
Yeah,
like,
amazing.
Also that plain yellow pharaoh. What are those pharaoh head things called? I don't remember. I'm sure someone in the chat can drop that because we got some history buffs in there. But the plain yellow one is a little, I think, a little more rare than the printed one.
Okay.
The printed one came in all of the sets for the Mummy.
And the yellow one, just this one.
Yeah. There might be some plain yellow ones later on, but like, this one had a plain one. And then there's plain white ones, I think, as well. I actually could be losing my mind. Maybe that's not true. There's a bunch of weird variants of this little headdress.
Yeah, I feel like I might have seen white ones on my perusing. Yeah. So, that rings a bell.
Yeah, so there's a couple of primary colors with no prints, and I really love those a lot. And I always try to snag them if I see them laying around somewhere. That was Trick's first adventure set, 5938.
Oh, I was saying, I think I might have had it. So Josh is saying, oh, that was Trixie's first one. He probably mentions that on his adventures. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so a few people had that one. The blue accent color is nice. They all have such excellent pretty. And it might not necessarily be super realistic or whatever, or maybe it was, but like I just always love the way that Lego chooses to incorporate like primary, basic brick colors and basic slope colors, and that those, it's like I always just saw it as its anchor back into its history. And then you get all the new tan stuff going on around it, and it incorporates it. It gives it vibrance, and it just lifts a set. Like, sometimes when people say, "Oh, I'd love to recolor some of these classic sets and make it more realistic and get some dark brown and some browns in there," and it's like you could do that, and you could probably make it look really good, but there'd be a certain charm missing about it. That
totally.
Part of it is that. But I suppose it's objective, isn't it?
Well, I mean, to an extent, but I mean, like, it depends on what you're going for, right? Like, if you want to remake
Lego, you need to be paying homage to that.
If you want to remake some of this stuff or make a new wave of this, I mean, you kind of see they did that with Pharaoh's Quest. It's less colorful. It's a little more sand, dark reds, and stuff like that, right? So they toned it down a bit. I think both are good. But if you're gonna, So I guess what I was gonna finish with is if you're gonna build out more of these sets, like that's one of the key techniques to recreate or expand classic themes is color palette and parts palettes. Yeah. So like pulling these colors in, if you want to emulate or have something look similar to these things, then you have to kind of run at least with the closer colors than that. But if you just want to build like new cool like Indiana Jones or Adventurers stuff, I get what you're saying. Where people talk about like, oh, we got browns and like grays and darker things. So like,
there's a cool designer for Lego that's on Instagram. They designed a set recently or a set or two. It's quite good, and he's got some prototype art of Adventurers Egyptian stuff on his page, and he used like dark turquoise. I can't remember what his name is, but he's I think he's a set designer. I can't remember which set he designed either, but I just know he'd done some prototype stuff for Egyptian Johnny Thunder, and he'd used like the dark turquoise for the corner 75 slopes around this. But he'd kind of remade this set, and it was kind of quite close and true to this, but just kind of as you'd expect it with new parts. But it wasn't. You could tell he'd really looked at this classic set, so it can be done in the neoclassic way. It's just like I say, exactly what you've just said: color palette and parts choice. Those two things kind of will run through the theme of your thing.
Yep. And you can sub in, like you were saying, like the turquoise instead of the blue or something like that. Like sometimes that actually works really well. Again, but that's an update. That's an update, not a continuation, right?
Viable,
so something to think
about.
Like
with your Indigo Islanders, when the supports went from red to blue. Or not you, whatever.
Volcano.
The Volcano Islanders, anyway, you get the picture, but I think that's cool anyway. And this is really well done. Lego doing it, like you say, peak Lego here, and this is an example of them really pushing that.
Let's see. Y'all make me buy more parts, says Lauren. And then we had this conversation before we jumped on here. Was this the first time tan was sand instead of yellow? I think
a lot of it, but we had sand in Western before and stuff. We had base plates with sand on them. But a lot of the Palisades and the lerps, certainly, the tan lerps were the first on this. And I think a lot of those car bits and coffins, etc.
Totally. Yeah. So, Wild West did use tan base plates.
But it really had an inject. I would think it's safe to say that with this, the tan end of the parts palette got a massive injection of different stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this is where it really took off a lot more. And this is the year before Star Wars. I forgot it is actually before Star Wars. So like Star Wars really took the tan and ran with it. So that Corridor Crew made a movie about stormtroopers getting their eyes fixed. It's brilliant, says RHB. That sounds like a fun time for sure. So let's see. Anything else I want to say? Oh, the blue accent. One other thing I was going to say is before we move on from these beautiful sets, I just love looking at it. Dude, I wish one of the set I don't have. I think I have Oasis and Ambush. I don't have the other two. Valley of the Kings is still on the bucket list. What's that one called again? Let's see. The other one. Where'd it go? I'm looking at the list of names here. So you can hear my little mouse scrolling in the background. Adventurer's Tomb. That one. I don't know if it is a limited release available in the U.S. from Shop.
I don't recognize that one as much.
So this wasn't even in like your box stores. This was just from their catalog. You couldn't really pick it up anywhere else. So that's why
number series is different as well.
Yeah. So I think that's why I didn't get a hold of this one. Like,
okay,
I didn't do a ton of shop at home orders. Most of the stuff I was picking up at like local stores. So I always liked this one a lot. It always appealed to me, and probably because it was more of an exclusive one that I didn't see around as much. Also, you see that there's doors on this one, those classic car curved doors. There's two of them. I think they might be.
Yeah.
Are they in black? I think they might be in black, dude.
Oh, interesting.
I would have to look at the parts list on that. I didn't realize.
I think they are, yeah, like the Western ones.
Mm-hmm. The little black doors.
Yeah.
So that's a cool use.
We were out with Fright Nights around this time as well, weren't we?
Yeah. I don't know if they had black ones on Fright Nights, so I can't remember.
Western had big black ones. I can't remember.
Yeah,
someone had black doors around this 1997.
I would assume it's black. It's hard to tell in the shadow. Someone can pull the parts list on that if they want, but I think it's the only one that has those doors in this whole series. So it's kind of fun to see those used again.
Yeah.
Absolute Garbage says Yellow Bird Day Court is amazing, but I think the blue adds so much personally. Well, and that's my last comment is we don't know 100% necessarily what some of these old Egyptian buildings were painted like. We know that they probably were able to do some colors and things like that. So like getting some of these cool accent colors, I think really adds in some of the fun stuff. Now, I guess these are technically ancient during this time, right? They're coming back to see these things. So, I guess you got that. But like even the pyramids were like, it was white with a gold cap or something. And the original, like it was all cut white with sandstone or something with gold caps. So like the current pyramids are just a bunch of sand looking blocks. Because all the good stuff was kind of like looted off of them and like used for other things. So they were not the color that we see them as today. So that's all I'm trying to say. But Nerd Hubbard says Valley of the Kings is weirdly rare. I decided to build my own, but the yellow parrots are costly at $30 for 2 of them. Only in this and one, the Caribbean Clipper. Yes, that's
true. You can AliExpress them if you want, though.
Yeah.
If you want to go that way, you can get the yellow. I can confirm.
Yeah, and the Blackbird was even more rare from the Kings Mountain Fortress. This also comes with gray parrots. You get 4 parrots in this Valley of the Kings set. So but the white birds are new. The thing is, they've already produced like the parrot again in like not yellow but black. But it is a slightly newer mold. The beak's different. So like if you're a stickler for the old mold, which I really, really love the old molds. It's not quite the same, but I'm sure eventually they're going to reproduce this bird in yellow. I just don't think it's not the same, right? Like if you want the official one, you got to get the old mold for it. But I do grab handfuls of like the white black ones when I can, just to have them as like nice like things to have.
You can use them as like gothic decoration and
Yeah, exactly. Like even if they aren't the original old molds. I do have the original old mold for the Blackbird. I think I might have 2 of those. I've got a couple of the yellow ones because I do have the Caribbean Clipper. I think I have a couple of those, and then I have the old brown one from the King Leo's castle. Wow. So that's kind of fun.
That's very fun.
Whenever I saw them, BrickCon or
you grab them,
or anything, you gotta swoop them when you can.
You've had your eyes on this for years, haven't you? You're gonna pick it up. Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome. No, these 3 are all solid. This one's great. The trap.
I picked this one up at one of my local shops recently.
Did you do a video on this on your?
I did, and then the audio got messed up. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched
the song or something I was using got like removed. And then like I don't know. I think the audio got messed up, but it's fine. Whatever. I did do a cool little video with a bunch of traps. It's a very trap heavy set. The big one up here. What do you call this one? This one's Mummy's Tomb. The one next to it that's the car one, right?
I don't know.
It's just Adventurer's car. It's like Dr.
Kilroy's car.
Just like rolling through with a skeleton and jumping out of a box.
It's cool. I like the arch over the back wheel and like kind of more of a state sort of wagon. version.
Well, that's what's really fun about these sets is like you get a bunch of different vehicles and different like designs. So his is like a pickup car kind of truck thing,
and there's like a
like that
roadster
arch.
on here.
And then up here, look at this low rider almost up here with the, like it looks like the canopy or the back. It looks like an open like retractable canopy built along the back there. Like, dude, the vehicle's
impractical for the sun, but it's cool.
Yeah, but he's rolling up in style, you know. Johnny Thunder rolling up in style.
Yeah.
K2 Films jumped in late, but here.
Welcome.
Right on. Sideways mirrors on the car. Oh yeah, like the up in the front here. Yeah. Kilroy hauling ass. That should have been the name of the set.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull in Nerd Hubbers. Says this theme did for tan what Wild West did for brown. That's a very good point. The color previously only used for accents is now allowed to be used as different colors. Perfect. I appreciate that comment.
Perfect. Some of the tan thing
really brings a good perspective. And then Crusader says, I think I noticed for the first time that 5915 is photographed separately from the background. Is that part of a progression away from the old photography? We're talking about 5919. Is that the one we were just looking at?
Oh yeah. But it was like a promo weird one once it's so.
Yeah, so there's another version of this too, which is shot more like the two up top here, where it's much cleaner and like a little bit more action, and it's like set up nicer, almost like a box art. This one's almost looks like an instruction page cover or something. But I had a better quality image for this one, so I pulled it. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, Crusader. I mean, they really did start moving away from that after this. Especially with like Fright Nights, you know, you don't see much cool posters with Fright Nights with much of the like landscape. There's like one or two in like some obscure booklets with like the Fright Nights on actual like foam rocks and stuff like that. But it's very rare. Most of them are it's like kind of almost photoshopped over like the backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah. When you compare them to like the very early Crusader ones and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So we're ways away from that. They've probably been doing that for a while. I mean, look, you've even got the see that like weird green haze around the outline of the emerald or the jewel up here, the ruby. Yeah. Is it the Ragu ruby? Is that what they called it? You also see the haze around this like zombie skeleton that's scaring little Sly Boots here.
Yeah. I thought it just parted.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of Scooby-Doo-esque, like anyway. Yeah, so these ones are awesome. This one in particular, the Pharaoh's Tomb or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What was this called? Yeah, Mummy's Tomb. The Mummy's Tomb one is just absolutely incredible. There's a falling obelisk. There's you slide the statue and the spears actually drop down and knock you over. There's a coffin on the back of this, so the center of it spins. So like you try to take the ruby, and then it spins.
Or remember the advert for it. Because there's a TV advert where he goes to try to take the ruby, and then he goes, rah, and then
the mummy's there. So that's a fun set. It's an essential one if you want to get like the whole wave, of course. I love that they come with so many like different vehicles and stuff like that. You know, because you really do get like a whole range.
If you lined them all up, it'd be a cool squad.
Well, like like even these smaller sets, like. You just can like stack.
That one's great. The Baron's in.
Coffin Car is fantastic. Might be one of my favorite adventurous vehicles of all time. Actually, I forgot to add to the stage before we got into some of the bigger ones. We got this one here. Do you remember this thing?
Oh wow, yeah.
This is one I don't have as well. I've always kind of been eyeballing it. You know, like the Desert Expedition is what it's known as, or Treasure Raiders. I remember I found the instruction book for this at a Goodwill, like a thrift shop, just sitting on the shelf. Like, and I picked it up just to have the booklet. I was like, "This is cool." Like, but I didn't even really know at the time that this existed because it's such an odd like set, you know. And then apparently, you know, it was a promo with the sarcophagus, so you could put the set in there, like as a holding container up top.
Yeah.
So this is both. to clarify, the two images at the top are technically the same set as the bottom. I just found higher quality images down below.
Yeah, but it shows you that plastic
exactly.
molded container. Yeah, great, man.
So this is fire. This little shark airplane, like the old like World War One or World War One plane here, like the little the stitching. It's got stitching and a patch on the tail.
So cool. It's a great plane, this one, with the crate underneath as well.
Yeah, you can slide the crate on. It actually slides on under the wheels, so like they can fly away with their stuff. It's got a camp with a little palm tree in the background. A fully, like we were talking about, those fully decorative coffins. It's got a full painted one here. This one might be one of the best sets in the whole line because it's got everything you need. Like
it's like the ultimate parts pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this one's fun. I could also see Harry Kane not flying this one, maybe, and Baron von Baron flying this one too, or like maybe Sly Boots. It looks kind of like one of the bad guy planes.
And speaking of Harry Kane, have you seen his alt build little water skier thing with the coffin raft?
There it is again, the coffin vehicle. Yeah, so in general, the alt builds for adventurers are mostly, in my opinion, trash. Like they're just not that good.
Jumbled together, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a lot of just stacking bricks together to make weird little things. So you can see it down here. It's like kind of just goofy looking. That car with the shark tail on it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of weird. You get two maps though, two of the different maps. This theme came with 4 maps that were all different locations too, so that's kind of a fun thing. So you could collect all the maps and stuff, and that was cool. But
very cool.
Absolute Garbage says you never seen these.
No, these can slip by promotional stuff.
Yeah, who else was obsessed with ancient Egypt as a kid? Like all of us. If it wasn't this, it was the release of The Mummy in 1999. Like it was one or the other. We were all like totally obsessed with it.
It was massive. It was a big craze.
Yeah. All right, we're going to jump into the main 2 builds. We're going to jump. Hang on. Before we do that, we got an alt build for this top one. So let me pull that to the stage.
Oh, sweet.
Let me just remove these. And, seems like things are working pretty well. So hopefully these load. I was having some real problems getting these to load earlier. So I'm going to pull these up here in just a second. You guys can just admire that for a bit. I'll drop a comment.
It is really good.
So someone can read it. Here, why don't you read that one while I pull this slide up?
Hang on. My screen's gone. And
okay.
It's like barring off the exact bit where the comment is. I just need to go to off full screen, basically.
No worries.
Okay, so Laura Martin is saying, interesting Lego hasn't made scented parts. That skeleton is supposed to stink by the picture. You see? Scratches. Yeah.
They got close with the heat ones, right? Remember you press your thumb on it and it would like change colors for the insectoids and the Zoltaxan stuff, the UFOs. So here's the alt build.
Cool.
Which one are you talking about? There's
this one you've just put on screen. Is very cool.
So this is for the one we were just looking at, the Mummy's Tomb.
Yes. The bottom central sort of with the
bottom
bar inside. Very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, again, there's like a certain quality of alt build where it could be a set.
Yeah.
None of these are close.
No. It's not like you might find with like the Wolfpack Tower or like Black Monarch's Castle. You're not getting them kind of alt builds.
Or like the Paradisa ones. Remember those?
Yeah, those Paradisa ones were off the chain.
It's crazy. Like they were basically just more sets in the theme.
But it might be because K2 saying a lot of specialized parts, but small specialized parts in the build. So maybe that plays a part in how easy or viable it is to do. Very convincing alt builds, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a different approach.
Yeah, when you're so heavy with those types of special parts, sometimes it's hard because you just start stacking them. Like some of those, you can see that even.
That's what Josh is saying.
Yeah.
Such unique parts, it can be harder. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's a challenge for sure.
We see that a little bit, right? We see that a little bit in the space ones, where it's like, oh well, they only had the 2 big wings and like the weird dome, so they kind of just put it together as they could. So you get a little bit of limitation there.
Yeah.
But like you also see some of those ones where it's pretty heavily specialized parts and they just look amazing. Like So it just depends really, but Robo Kilroy. Yeah, that is just out of. I don't even know what's happening, dude. This is just one of those things. It's like, look, you can put parts together in fun ways.
Yeah.
A little like magnifying glass on top of the hat. Yeah, overall, not super impressed. We have got a flying machine with palm tree wings, and the mummy's cruising it. And then, like, I don't even know what this thing is. Johnny Thunder's pushing like a tank. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really
like
not sure. Unless it's like supposed to be like a scarab, like a giant scarab beetle. Like he's pushing out. Maybe something like that. I think they're. Yeah.
The flying thing's crazy, dude.
Dude, well, in the helicopter and the other one.
But it looks like it docks. It's like a modulus. It's like a space.
It does,
base.
dude. It does.
Space Police 1, like Space Police 1 base. It's
I hate this. I hate it so much. I feel like what's funny is like these are almost predecessors to some of the later sets. Like this could be the Scorpion from Scorpion Temple, and then like that boat looks like kind of the steamboat or whatever from the Jungle Line.
Yeah.
So it's like they have a little bit of like they're leaning
better
towards
foresight there.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Potentially the best. I'm gonna go out. This might be a hot take. This might be the best Adventures Lego set ever made.
Yeah, I disagree, but base plate and tent are amazing. But
okay, so if this isn't, and
one.
I'm talking about all of them, the entire wave, all the way to Orient Expedition. If this isn't, then what do you think might be at least in the top like 3?
The one from the big one from with the 2 tan layups at the top.
Okay, so the big the mother or the flagship, the Temple of Anubis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong.
See, I think
them all. It's painful looking at this theme.
I agree.
I'm never going to get around to collecting them. I mean, Space Pirates and Castle bankrupt me enough as it is. I can't take on another one. But when I see this, this happened with Western, and I did it, and it was big. It was a hit, but it was worth it. So it might happen. The problem is, the longer it goes on, the more expensive all the parts get.
Yeah, these are even.
Going to be looking at full sets. So
I was picking these up on eBay in like 2017 or something like that, way before COVID and all the craziness that happened and all the spike and the explosion of the market and all that. So like I was snagging these for used on eBay for like $90 or whatever, right? Like just kind of cheaper. Like even the Temple of Anubis I picked up, for not as much as now. I was accidentally kind of scrolling by some of these pricing on some of this stuff the other day. I'm like, man, it's like 3 times what it was even just like 5 or 6 years ago.
Insane.
So it's wild. So this is why I think Lorem and I might see a little eye to eye on this. It's the balance of the set. Like it's the color, the red and the blue, the look, the like the build of the head here on the statue. Everything about this set, if you like, for me, it encapsulates the entire theme of Adventures perfectly. Whereas, like, I might even like Anubis, the Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. I might like that as a set more, but because of the immensity of it and like the cool stuff that it comes with and all that. But like,
I agree with you on that point. It's the most well thought. It represents its theme the strongest. I'll give you that. It definitely represents its theme.
Yeah, thanks. And I don't need to be right. Like that's just it is a bit of a hot take. Like
no, I'm just looking for. Obviously, I'm not. I don't want to be too biased. I definitely think there's an aspect of me liking that one because there's loads of stuff. I think it might be a greed thing.
Sure.
So you've made an interesting point that this actually represents its theme, what it's like in that sense of a flagship, a set that really portrays what it's supposed to be portraying. And on that front, coupled with the fact that you've got loads of lovely primary coloured basic brick, I think, yeah, you're right. This is that one. I would just if I could only have one of them, I'd have the other one.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
But,
I think we're both on the same
amazing.
page.
Like you need them both anyway. Like, come on.
Totally. This is one of those sets where like it feels like the entire, not just the entire Egypt wave, but the entire concept of the theme spawned from this. Like this is the starting point for me, and this could also be because we had this, right? So like that's the first set you kind of see it in this catalog. You got the 2 small ones, but like that's the main like iconic set you see here. But like I also would say if they ever which is unlikely, but if they ever went and did an icon set of the Adventurers line, it would be hard pressed to find a better set for them to remake than this one. Like I can't imagine they would try to make anything other than this set for a 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 piece remake of a Johnny Thunder set. It would have to be. Like I can't.
Dude, the black slope beard, man.
It would blow my mind if they did anything other than this. So it definitely has that.
It's just full of great features. The little black slope for the beard, man. It's just little flick, little.
Yeah. Well, and it seems
Lego
and it's pretty much the entire crew. Like for a set that's, I think Lorem just said it was $50, 347 pieces. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigs and a skeleton. Yeah, so you get everyone except Harry Kane, and then look, there's that plain white headdress too. So it does.
If you got this, get yourself a plane with Harry Kane,
and then you're good. You got everybody. Yeah. So I'm going to drop a rapid fire comments on this. We're going to look at the alt build. And we're going to move on to the Forbidden Ruins here, because we've got mocks too, and we're already a nice hour in. So
yes. I can't stay on too long today, but we've definitely got time to cover this stuff.
Oh, whoops! That's Time Cruiser level builds. Talking about the alt builds, we'll look at those again. Got this set this year, dream come true. Yeah. Also, like building this thing was crazy. Crusader says Jungle River is probably one of the top 3, or if not the best one of the entire theme. I do love that one. That one's insane. We can talk about that one when we get into Jungle. This one, he's K2 says it's the best looking for desert in Egypt for sure. Yeah, I went out on a limb to say that it's the best adventure set of all time. But then I'm thinking about all of the other ones and like, yeah, there's some, the Amazon Temple one is insane. Like there's some really good ones. But yeah, Lorem, your 6-figure skeleton base plate, 2 column tree, cloth, tent, guns, maps, plenty for your money. Yeah, it's one of the most like River Expedition is equal to Sphinx Secret Surprise. Yeah, I would say the what's the other one? Not the River Expedition. What's the big one? The big jungle set on the base plate. I really like that one. I don't remember what it's called. Amazon Ancient Ruins or something like that. How much was it? Yeah, $50 back in the day. It says Bricks and Fix Collectibles. And then Zapur just said, I just ordered at the Temple of Anubis this past week. Very excited to get it. But man, it was tough on the wallet. I can imagine. That's crazy. But I'm excited for you, man. It's one of the best sets I've ever built. So much good stuff in this set, including the tent, says Chris Jones. Lorem, 50 says Lorem.
Boggins.
So this was the same price as Dark Forest Fortress at the time. It's still crazy to even say like Dark Forest Fortress was a $50 set. That's so nuts. After every one of these episodes, I always want to go and get all the sets. I know, man. Yeah. I collected a lot of them before we did any kind of content like this, so it's like not as heartbreaking for me to sometimes look at some of this stuff because I was able to like. I don't have complete themes of most stuff, but I have like some of the big iconic ones, and I've been collecting them for a long time on eBay. So, but I feel that. I still feel that, man, for sure. So, Oh, hang on 1 second. Let's pull in the alt build for this. Just take a quick look at it. Since we have the slide, we might as well take a peek.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go.
Oh, cool.
This one actually. Yeah,
similar to that other set.
These two are okay. Like the one up top is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, the facial configuration on that stone.
Yeah.
These are the better alt builds that I've seen of Johnny Thunder Egypt.
Mm-hmm. I like how Dr. Lightning's like falling into the abyss. He's just into the back rooms. Just like
Kilroy. Just on his way
down. Do you notice the positioning on this base plate too?
Yeah, it's on the side.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to use it like that. It's centered on the side instead of coming from the front there. This tent car is trash. I don't know what's going on.
But then the stairs turn at the top, so it kind of works. Like
I'm kind of now want to maybe lean into that.
The mock brain is ticking. That's what this is for, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do. We ignite the spark. Trust me, you ignite that spark too much, you'll be on an 8-day render bender, and you're gonna need a lot of coffee.
Fire alt build says Gold City, not bad. K2 again with the helicopter. Yeah, we need to stop. I don't know what the obsession with ancient flying helicopter machines was for the team back then, because like you see that in Fright Nights. They had like 3 random flying machines in Fright Nights.
Yeah.
It's like at
Not even a
least.
helicopter, it's like a heli like watchtower, like too much.
Oh well, there was the Will's Windship, which was a
Well,
track.
that was
That one
fun.
was okay. That one actually.
But she's
kinda fun.
magic, so I let her off for stuff because she's magic.
Yeah,
Do
that's fine.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But
She'd
at
be
least
over
in
balls.
Ninja, the Ninja line, the flying machines kind of made more sense because like they had like the apparatus where they were like actually had wings.
Yeah.
And I
They
think
did.
in ancient China they did put people on kites for like
Excuse me.
spying. They would like put them up on huge kites. I don't know. Somebody fact check
It's
that.
true.
See if
Sorry, everyone, by the way, for coughing and sneezing. I've just got really bad hay fever because it's summer and the pollen's out. So I apologize if that's annoying.
I don't think people are really noticing that. They're
Okay.
they're drooling over these alt builds.
How could you not be, man? How could you not be?
So that's it. I do like the concept of the canvas back, on the tent
Yeah,
thing.
caravan,
Just
trailer tent.
Yeah, I just don't know that piece is. You'd have to build it a lot bigger or something.
Yeah.
But like it does feel like kind of like a camper, like adventure sort of car.
Yeah.
But I get what they were going for. I just don't know if it hit very well.
I'm sure there was similar stuff at the time.
Yeah, that's actually good. Spacer Hank points this out, and that could a trail of blood flowing down from the alt pyramid. Yikes!
Yeah.
Like that. It may or may not be that. It kind of now that you're mentioning it, it kind of looks like that, which is kind of crazy.
It is.
But, I have the base plates for Think Secret Surprise, but missing all of the other printed pieces. So I was thinking of maybe using it for alternate mucks. Well, or an Atlantis muck. Sorry, not an alternate muck. Atlantis would be fun. That could be, one of the. I've wondered about like another place for the adventurers to go, and we're talking about like I did like an Islanders one where they kind of come back to pirates and do some like old trigger and stuff. Atlantis might be the best place for the adventurers to end up in if they ever did another wave of stuff like that. I know they did the Atlantis sets, but like.
I also think don't overlook Castle because what was that Castle in the Desert that came out not long ago with the purple accent?
That's true.
Like that.
Classic Style Castle did a collab with another creator on Instagram where they did like ancient Ireland, I think, with the standing stones, and they did Johnny Thunder, and they did like 3 sets, I think, of like some sort of castle adventures stuff.
Brilliant.
Actually looks really good. So there's some options there for sure. It's harder though to do like a theme that's already established, like Castle or Islanders or Pirates, and then try to like retro like fit or add in adventurers over the top of that can be kind of tricky because people sometimes it doesn't interpret well sometimes because what did you do? What is it? Modern castle? Like what are these like? Why they have guns and stuff. It's like, no, it's like they're coming back to the ruins. It's like,
I think as long as you make clear it's ruins and don't go full, you have to sort of pave away a bit of make it more like with the Forestmen, you make your stone bits a bit more ruined, don't you? Because they're not going to have a dead nice gaff, are they?
Laura Martis says adventurers plus Paradisa. They come back to Paradisa. I know you're just trolling us there with that one, but would be kind of funny. Josh says, I would buy more current Lego if they had helicopters. Get out of here. If they already have a ton of helicopters.
Palm trees.
All of these palm tree helicopter blades. Classic Style Castle has Atlantis and
it's got some amazing Johnny Thunder stuff. Some of his Orient stuff is great as well.
Yeah, Greece could be fun. Adventures in ancient Greece, or coming back to that, because there's a decent amount of archaeology going on in those places as well. So, like that, all of those are pretty good ideas for sure. All right, continuing on, we're going to jump into the Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins, or the Temple of Anubis. Here it is, man. The flagship set, one of the best sets Lego's ever created. That truck alone with those fence pieces on the back. 10 out of 10.
Next level.
You got the big boulder for the balloon. I love how they use the little Lego heads for sandbags, like hanging off of it.
I know. Yeah, that's a really good touch. I always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hose again, and
You got
really
the
well
face built into the front. Probably that's pretty cool.
Yeah, with the trans red. Is it trans red for the eyes? I can't remember.
I think it's trans red for the eyes up along the top. Got the little burps or lerps, whatever you call those, the little ones.
Lurch in tan, that's nice. I like that. And the Palisade build up at the top around that coffin top. It just, I mean, peak again. Come on.
Let's talk about the
hieroglyph panels are just so cool.
Yeah, the all the printed panels here are crazy. You got the obelisk out in front, and then of course you got the sloped panel and the full panel, like 2 of each.
And 4 burps at least. Well,
not
2 burps and 2 burps.
And then that long, like, is that a 12? 1x12?
Yeah, 1x16 plate with the printed eagle wing. 1x16, I think.
Yeah, that shows up several times throughout this theme, but it's a really fun one. I love that one. And then at the back, you can kind of see the back here. It's a whole courtyard. It's a full another, is it a 16 by 32?
Yeah, it's got 2 stone crocs and it's really well built up.
It's got 2
like the whole passageway through into it through the mouth. And
well, I was going to point that out. The columns are those octagonal, like Aqua Zone columns in tan.
Real nice. Yeah,
a whole bunch, at least six of them, at least. Along the whole back of that creates a whole wall. There's a revolving thing with a magnetic trap. So when you try and get the ruby, you can spin the door in the back and it actually takes the ruby off its pedestal and the magnet grabs it to the back wall and then it spins it. So there's a skeleton standing there instead of the ruby.
Yeah, and it just switches it and
Yeah, it's really clever. Like it's just close enough so that it does actually fly through the air and like connect to the wall.
I really always liked the truck in this one loads.
Truck is perfect. It's a perfect vehicle. Yeah. I also love how the photographer like captured the spyglass over the skeleton face.
Yeah,
it's so good. Tons of skeletons, at least 3 of them in this set, maybe more. There's a falling rock trap with axes. Giant halberds come down and like swing through the mouth, and then like it holds. There's like a double trapdoor system up top where like one drops rocks, and then one has a chain connected to axes that fall out. So it's like it's loaded with traps.
Oh yeah, man. I like the red facets on the base of the hot air balloon as well. They're quite rare. Nice to have a bunch of those for like Mtron and stuff, or maybe Castle. And this injects like a lot of them into circulation. They're a bit pricier now, and they're not often in amazing condition, but they're a nice part to have in red. If you like to have like the usual cool parts in weird colors, like facets in red, that's cool to me for some reason. I don't know why. I like them in blue as well.
Lawrence says Legos definitely has been lacking in all built helicopters. I mean, if we're talking about current Lego, maybe that's what Josh was talking about. If they had more alt builds for other Lego sets in helicopter form on the backs of current boxes, he'd buy more. First appearance of Rubber Track. You must be talking to somebody else about something else. Are we talking about the Dino Island stuff? We're getting ahead of ourselves here, guys. Is that a portal behind it? I mean, kind of. It's a trapdoor. Not a trapdoor, a revolving wall, if you will. So it kind of portals because there's a ruby in like a glass case or crystal case on that magnet stand. And so, that wall spins and reveals a skeleton and it scoops up the ruby before you can grab it. So it's more of a trap, but, portals are cool too. I would assume if any theme had any portals to anywhere, it would have been this one.
Yeah.
That's what.
I don't think Van Boren was going for.
That's what I was going to say.
For nothing.
Yeah.
He was onto something, man.
For sure, man. Collection consisting of sets with palm trees would be very impressive.
That's true.
I would like more Lego palm trees. These are some of the coolest parts ever.
2 in this one.
This is a good point. Lorem says it's weird that hieroglyphs are human and not minifig shaped. So they do have minifig heads. If you look closely, their little hands are kind of minifig shaped as well, but they do have kind of a weird body and leg shape on them for sure. But Yeah.
There's some bend to the Lego,
but if you get a close up on that panel, the little heads on the two human guys over here and the one sitting, they
I can
do
see
have
it
like
from here.
similarly look like they do kind of look like Lego. So
Yeah, and the bird doesn't look like the bird mold. I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Nerd Hubbers are saying there something that seems unique to the adventurous theme is that the sets imply a chronology. The largest set always presents itself as the finale or the final confrontation of each journey. And
Mm-hmm.
so you get the journey to this place in these cars, and then stop at this thing, find this tomb, and then boof, the big set.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree with Nerd Hubbers, and that's something that's lovely to observe in all of the themes and
all of the old themes. Now, I think there's a little bit of that left in, like, say, City or Harry Potter, maybe a little bit of that vibe. But dude, I mean, that's my whole thing. Like, I feel like I preach this all the time. At this point, it's the consistency, right? It's the consistency and the cohesion of a theme, and that totally is part of that. Is when you build it out from like these. Yeah, you're going from location to location or space base or vehicle to bigger vehicle or whatever it is. All of those old things follow that design language, and it's incredible. And it really adds to the storytelling. Regardless of if you read any of the printed literature around it, you can just do it. You can experience it through the way the builds are like going through this whole thing, like
exactly.
you just pointed out. So
it definitely follows a chronology. There's like a chronological order and like a linear, there's like a journey to go on, and all the sets take you through that, and like even maybe into these old builds as well. I mean, like I really like this side build here on this 8x8 or is it 6x6 plate with the little bit of water going past the scorpion and the obelisk and the palm tree. How great's just that as a side build?
Thinking about the one up top above this one.
No, the on the main picture, not one of the inside.
Oh no, wrong one.
The one we were just on.
Yeah, here it is.
Is this the one you just had on. You had the old builds on.
Oh, sorry, my bad. This one. Nope. This one?
No, the old builds for this one. That's it.
Where's the water?
If you look at the bottom right, there's like a little sub build with an obelisk and a scorpion and some blue.
Oh, dude, nice call out. Yeah, I was like, water. I was looking for that green water.
Well, it's always on my mind. Like one day I may mock. Well, I'm definitely going to be mocking digitally with this. Yeah. One day maybe in the real brick if I'm lucky to get hold of them. So that's a real good. Just that little 6x6 plate example of a little setup is lovely and inspirational for maybe a more sort of vibrant scene for Johnny Thunder with a bit more running water and stuff, and something a bit with lots of layers going on. Maybe something about like what you did for Western with Clifftown, like some sort of equivalent for adventures here. Your mind starts thinking, doesn't it? And then you've got total steampunk madness like this one on the right hand side here.
Dude,
what is going on?
Look at the palm tree is like, I bet you the other palm trees on the other side is like, this is like Mad Max. Yeah. This is like a psychedelic trip. What are those? Those are flying crocodiles.
Yeah, definitely.
This is like if they got cursed by the ruby, and this is like the life they live now. Just utter mad people. They've just completely lost their minds.
No. But the other two are great. The little inset one's really cool. If you look at the setup around the coffin at the top and the revolving door, and then the car pulling the chained coffin is another great vehicle addition. You could just take that vehicle and put it in your normal Johnny Thunder setup and have that as her car that she pulls in your fleet. That'd be really good. Not much for Harry Kane's playing with the rigging.
Here, someone just pointed that out.
That's not going to work. General Tron's thinking the same thing as me. We're space builders, and we're thinking, that's not going to work.
Croc pillars.
Croc pillars is cool though. That's big. That's big. I want some of them grey Crocs.
Yeah.
One way or another. These cool builds. It's got better as it went on with the old builds. I think Jason for Adventures, it got better at the end.
I might like the all builds for this one better.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like on a whole.
But yeah, as a whole, yes,
that last one were better than the 2 or 3 before.
The more parts sometimes helps with that. They can kind of
What is still inspirational enough to make you think outside the wave and how you could expand it for sure.
Yeah. K2 says, what is that? Time Cruiser's looking build, top right.
Yeah,
Ladder as a flag, skeletons chained to the front, and leaves for wings. I mean, that's where this is like.
She's driving it as well.
It's pretty time. Like it's a little Mad Max with the whole flames coming out of it and the skeleton on the front. But
I think they rubbed a genie when they were escaping, and he said, "I'll give you one wish," and they said, "We need to get the hell out of here," and then he manifested that. They were like, "Take this."
It almost looks like that front of it is like an actual head to like.
Yeah, like
it's like, what is this? Yeah, it's got a windshield. It's so bad. It's insane. But I love the shape of the trip with the croc planes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The croc planes are out of control. K2 loves I love this too, dude. The skeleton topped gate is cool. Look at that. And he's the right spacing to kind of, you can lean him forward just enough to get those arms to clip. Yeah, that looks really nice. I also want to point out, I do like the trailer with the coffin on it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Pretty cool. I more trailers maybe would have been fun to see.
Good use of the magnet for that part.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a pretty clever. Like, you got to appreciate the parts use, even if you don't love the exact
configuration.
All right, let's see. Do you want to pull yours in, or do you want to go over mine first?
Well, let's go yours first, because you've got it ready.
All right. Let me get this. So we've come to the end of the set wave. That's it. That was the 1998 Lego Adventurers line for Egypt. They went on to create 3 more waves: Jungle, Dino, and Orient Expedition. Mm-hmm. And we will take a look at all 3 of those in upcoming videos. But until we do that, I'm going to pull in a couple of mocks that I've done to expand the Adventurers line. We'll start with this one, this little build here. This is awesome. Pharaoh Hotep's playset head.
That's so cool. Yeah, I remember you doing this. This wasn't super long ago. There's those great bricking.
Yeah, for anybody who knows about the old 90s Mighty Max playsets, this was pretty heavily inspired by that. So it's, it's kind of like, what are you, Polly Pocket, right? It's Polly Pockets for Lego Adventurers. So we got a couple of cool things in here. This is a digital build, so it was hard. Like, they didn't have all of the printed panels and all that stuff. So I did kind of work in what I could here. And I do have my favorite brick pillar prominently displayed. So the palm tree is actually, you can build it. So it all closes up. Everything slides inside. The skeleton here, right, standing out in front, he's on a hinge. He slides flat and slides under. The palm tree you can actually dismantle, and you see those gray pegs along the right side. Those all peg in. The pieces of the palm tree can peg in for decorations, and then the leaves. The leaves go on somewhere. I can't even remember where the leaves went, but I think they go. I can't remember where the leaves went, but I did build it so it kind of all closed up, and then if you opened it, you could pull those pieces off to build a little side build palm tree thing. So. There's lots of traps. Amazing. There's actually a ton of traps. You can kind of see there's a falling stone thing. You move the little red lever there, and it drops stones down. There's a little next to that on the left. You have another drop, like a sword that drops down. Yeah, ninja sword. You got the spinning sarcophagi or sarcophagus. So I mean, it's a decently sized build. Like, there's a lot going on for a head build thing. Yeah,
it's nuts. I love the interior, that little grey corner panel where the blue goblet and the crystal are for some reason. Like that little design of that little enclave there. Seeing the tan button up to the yellow is nice. You would normally I know some people think that can clash, but in this context, because of the yellow headdress, you kind of get away with it really well. And the other really nice, cool stood on side reverse thing you've done with the front detail of the headdress with those 2 old school space kind of reverse stud.
Oh yeah.
2x4 things, and then the macaronis but backwards. That's really nice, and also very old school as well.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate that.
One of those great old school, barely legal things that just looks great when you pull it off, but very rarely to pull off. So kudos for that, man. It's a lovely set. This. I bet this would be great to I'd like to see it and open and close it.
Yeah, it would be fun to build. I think it would be fun to build at some point and see how well it actually works and everything like that. So, Lorem says, "Dope, Mighty Max." We got Mighty Max, Chris Jones. Just gonna say that. Yeah, I mean that's kind of it was pretty heavily inspired. So, but from that, such an excellent build. The Mighty Max toys were so insane, so much gore. Yeah, they were. They were full of monsters and everything. This makes Lego so portable. I could see bringing that on a long car trip as a kid. Yeah. It does lean into some of that. They did that with like some of the Throwbot like canisters and stuff. You could like they're supposed to be able to like clip on your belt. Actually, it's pretty funny. Yeah. So it's very 90s. Like we all saw that show. Not sure which show we're talking about. Was it Mighty Max? Was the show and then the playsets were based on it? I don't remember because I didn't actually do much of it, but. Scale must be a bit too big, but anything Mighty Max gets my vote. For a Mighty, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're translating the inspiration of like a Mighty Max style playset into this. Yeah, it's much bigger than those old little like monster heads that Mighty Max had.
Yeah.
Reminds me of some of those upscale minifig sets. Yeah, kind of definitely taken from that a little bit as well. You could kind of get that idea. Let's pull in another one. So that one was kind of it's a little bit more obscure. It's not directly, done. And then we have this one here. So this one I wanted to add in like the Nile, right? So like we're in Egypt. So let's let's get the Nile in here. So I don't remember. I think it was like Nile surprise or something like that. So we got a little motorboat, got some Fabuland parts for the car out front here. And then you kind of see the traps and functions of this one here. We got a bird statue. What would that be? Ra, the god Ra, I think would be the bird. And one of the favorites out of this for a couple of people was those pots, the clay pots.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I made them out of a couple of new parts. See, this is where I think it's justified to pull in a new piece. Because it fits.
To complement an old style.
Yeah. So these little clay
I've been
pots.
Yeah. It is hard to know when to cut it off, but that's a good example of a choice use. Well done.
Yeah. So there's two entrances in. You can sneak in through.
Parrot totem's amazing on this, dude.
Which one?
The like parrot, the bird totem. On the left hand side.
Oh yeah, you like that?
That 75 roof slope to get the peak is that's inspired actually, brother.
Thank you.
That's very ace.
Yeah, I want to build.
It looks just like the Captain the serial parrot, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
It's too far. Like the headlights, the bracket, and it immediately looks like a parrot. That's very. Not to focus on such a tiny part of the big build, but that's beautiful, man.
That's what we're here for, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. So then I kind of, we have a lot of this is very simple. You pull the pin and the trapdoor, falls. Yeah. There's a drawer underneath something, or like the skeleton on the side here. If you pull out the green gem, he falls forward to reveal like more hieroglyphs behind him, but it's also like kind of a scare tactic, like he falls forward kind of to get you. There's stuff like that, or the sliding door. I mean, that's like the feature on the front is just a panel that slides up and down, right? Like stuff like that. But so that one was a fun one.
Talking chicken
needs a talking chicken. Oh, that was the one from B. That's Mighty Max's pet, I believe.
Oh yeah.
At least now we see a source for all those portals in the clouds. That scepter. Yeah, all the portals were kind of cool. Yeah, Lorem, you pointed that out earlier. Nice touch with the pots. Thanks. Yeah, well, in the pots, I mean, they have a dark origin, but like the pots were like in a lot of those tombs. They would put like the organs of the mummies into the pots, like when they were mummifying them. So like that's straight up like actual Egypt lore. K2 says it looks more Aztec or Aztecan than Egyptian. But still cool. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I think it looks pretty Egyptian to me. But
I think it looks Egyptian.
If you had two of these and like a gate between them or something leading up to like a pyramid or like a staircase or something, To be fair, though, I mean, one could say that Egyptian architecture looks, or like one could say that Aztec and Mayan architecture looks Egyptian because they all have pyramids, right? So it's kind of an interesting back and forth with some of these ancient cultures and their large temples all kind of.
No, I think it fits the bill for the Nile. It gives a nice solution for the Nile and a nice use of that native Native American base plate, whatever, from Western.
The river.
In Johnny Thunder again is a really good shout. That gives it another dimension. I rate this one.
Love the Pots
and the angles, great angles.
Thanks. The angles were a little tricky, but they were fun. And the back is open, so you can access the back. So I like the outboard motor on the boat. Chris Jones says, thanks.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun one too.
That little hinge.
We're gonna keep cooking along here. I have
Let's keep cooking.
One more, I think.
No worries, man. Well, you got it. Surely it's the escape.
Oh, two more. Let's do this one first, and then we'll do the escape. Yeah. Oh, that one doesn't work. So here, let me do this. I'm gonna let you monologue on this for a second. Man. Okay. Let me know if you like what your thoughts are on this. I know you've seen it probably 100 times, but like I'm gonna pull up the main image of the Escape from Cairo set while I Jimmy rig my other image in here because it's all screwball.
Well, obviously, I've stared a lot at this image that we're about to see with the if it's this escape one you're putting up.
Oh, maybe it's not a problem. Here, let me actually pull this. I totally derailed everything. I had too many slides in. I think that's all.
Oh, okay. So it's my fault. I think I accidentally posted mine.
Nope, you're good. Okay. So this is the dig site. Yeah, this is the dig site. So this is not the one. I have a grand finale mock. We'll get to that one. This is the other one. This is my most recent.
I forgot about this one. This one's great.
Yeah. So, it's a little chunky.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not quite 100% maybe what I had in mind when I started, but it does capture most of what I wanted, which was like the scaffold around like a dig site. The idea that like the rocks are kind of built over and into this, so they're kind of still excavating these things, so it's not fully like, open.
It's underneath that, and they're just digging it out.
And then we have a lot of traps.
I think that comes across quite well. I like the way you flipped it around with the red bird and the yellow brick bar.
The
entry with using all the right stuff. So are the big 6x6 panels with hieroglyphs, are they not available in studio then?
No, they're not.
Oh,
that's why so this is a Photoshop on this one. I Photoshopped that one.
I see.
So I had to I literally think I have them, so I could have photographed them and had a better one, but I think I took the panel image from the actual set image of the temple. Amazing. And kind of angled it correctly. So it was pretty
good. It's very convincing, mate. It works well. Works well.
So,
no, this is great. I think I love the scaffolding work. I love the play features with it, and the way that you've got all those nice strategically placed hinges and engaging points where the walkway can fall away and all that great play stuff. I really like the tractor. That's really cool.
So
and it suits him down to the ground just on his little swivel chair there. Look at
him. So the Sinister tractor is that swivel chair is kind of accurate to those tractors where maybe not the old ones, but the newer ones, the chair does swivel to the backhoe, and then so it's like a thing. I wish I had made the scoop black. I don't know why I chose to put a light gray scoop on it. It should just be black so you can see it better and it just fits better. But so that's a change I would make if I ever built it in real life. And then we do have some more of those tan lerps along the side there. The traps are kind of fun. I wanted to do one of those, how they talk about the gas or the lye powder or whatever it was when they open the tombs and stuff. So it kind of not quite the same thing, but I have fire. So the fire are on these little things you can clip up with those pins and those red pins out in front. If you want, when they enter, you can pull those and the fire will swing down in front. So it's a little fire trap.
You always put all that great play feature stuff in it. It really adds to the. If you were putting together instructions for some of these, that's what draws people in and even more than a model sometimes. I mean, I used to kind of sleep, but I used to just always put me, general play features like, hinge stuff or whatever. But designing like nice tile things that function things, I used to avoid it a little bit and concentrate on the building. But this last sort of 6 months to a year, I really started to appreciate actually kind of less is more. And if you focus on the play features a bit more than some of that and be a bit more impressionistic about the structure stuff, you can emulate closer to set design rather than mock territory. There's nothing wrong either way, but it's just like I hate when stuff looks amazing on the outside, but like there's nothing really going on.
Trying to make a balance. It's a balance for sure. But I see I totally agree with that. Like, and that was what they kind of focused on when they were doing these old sets. They would kind of almost do like an impression. Someone earlier in the comments said like, Lego shouldn't look too realistic. I might have been.
No, it's true.
I think it might have been Crusader.
It's that rose tinted vision of the world that old Lego had that was just so endearing that we love, I think.
Well, yeah, and I think that's what we've said multiple times on the channel. We like to see our things, like if it is based on a license or something like that, like it's fun to see the Lego representation of that, not a direct one-to-one replica in brick. Like that's my opinion. That's because I've grown up.
I agree.
Like we were raised on the old like system and everything like that. So,
no, I agree.
So like emulating some of that in these is kind of fun. So, it's a taller pyramid that makes it look. We're talking about this one here. K2 is clarifying, kind of makes it look that way to me. Egyptian pyramids had the wider bases. Yeah, and this isn't intended to be a pyramid so much as like a crypt or like some sort of Egyptian building or temple.
Oh, I see.
Something less of a pyramid, more of a crypt. Although Lego never did a pyramid for the Adventurers line, so maybe I subconsciously was thinking it could like at least a placeholder, right, for a pyramid style build.
I mean, it also looks kind of like the little control station on Endor that Han and Chewie run in and take over.
A little bit, yeah.
Not the deco, just the general shape a little bit. No, it's cool. So good.
Fire tunnel, says Chris Jones.
I like these POV renders showing a few of these play features here on the side. I like that you include that stuff with the arrows and showing stuff in motion and the stuff falling. I think that really adds.
Thanks. And like the whole statue is on a hinge. You can see that in the front, so it opens. But I attached a skeleton to it, so when they like try and like steal it or like lever it off the plate, the skeleton will come up with it, like another scare trap. Tractors.
A very cool buildable. This is something that I could probably build in the adventure. Like I've got quite a few Johnny Thunders. Grab a Sam Sinister, just get 4 of those panels really, and then I think apart from that Dawn lattice thing you're always using that costs the earth, I can't.
I found a few of those recently in like a lot that I picked up. So
I'm still waiting to open a lot of 12 of them for about £5 or something like. That's the last. That's pretty much all I need now. No, that's great. These are all really good takes and expansions, I think.
Gold City
hit your mission.
Thank you. I appreciate the Western base plate on the Nile River is wonderful.
Yeah, it fits. It really. That's what's so great about like the share. We were saying before. I can't remember who made the comment about Tan and Western and Adventures and the relationship between like it doing for Tan what Brown did for Western, and then they were both on Tan plates. So there's some interchangeability there between the Tan base plates because desert both sides.
Totally.
And then here's your epic Adventures masterpiece.
So this is the final one. I actually forgot to edit the rope on the.
I've not seen this angle before.
Crane house before. I think it was like in a carousel or something.
Okay.
Not a carousel, whatever it is when you scroll on Instagram. So this might have been like a little further back or something. But this one's Escape from Cairo, and we can argue about whether or not these things should belong in a museum or back in the hands of the people that they came from. But the alternative was that Sam Sinister and his crew was going to take them and sell them on the black market. So we have Johnny Thunder loading up a train with some of these artifacts to bring them safely out of the hands of these villains. And so this is Escape from Cairo. And we have new truck design that's kind of reminiscent of the one we just looked at from the Anubis
But
temple.
nice choice of with the gates. That's cool, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
And there's that Senor Palomar up on the very old school crane, which is, by the way, like time accurate to what those would look like, which is fantastic. I love the little side platform with the two antenna on that he's just controlling from.
So the idea here, and I had a different shot, and I'll pull that one up too, but the idea here was that like this is kind of the end. So they've gone to the Nubis, they've gone to all of these areas, right? They've been in Egypt for a long time. They've kind of gathered up the things they were trying to come and get here, and then they're trying to flee, and the bad guys kind of caught wind of them, right? And I like to think that Senor Palomar kind of maybe was involved with some of that intel, and that's their like link to the next adventure, which is into the jungle. So they're wrapping this one up, right? Nice, so like it's a little call out to what's coming next. So he's kind of working with them here in Egypt. So I think that's kind of a fun.
And then the mummy's just awakening again as they've got him.
Yeah, he's just coming back. Yeah.
Like, I'm not done yet.
He's like, I'm not doing this. He's like,
the actual base part of it's incredible. The train design is superb. I mean, I've heard you say, "Oh, I'm not really a vehicle guy. I'm a base guy." Mm-hmm. Well, looks like you're a pretty competent vehicle maker because that epic train, dude. That is.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I
appreciate that. Yeah. Well, this. I don't do a ton. Like I'm familiar enough with a lot of the castle and architecture and like some of the base and the buildings and things like that, and how Lego stacks and all of those things, that I don't do an insane amount of research on too many of the builds that I do. However, like the wagon, for instance, of the Seaside Villa that I did for the Roman wagon, I looked up a bunch of different wagons to get kind of one that looked like a Roman wagon, and like for this one, I Googled a bunch of train images of this time era to like try and really sculpt a train that looks similar to those old trains. Now, obviously the flatbeds are pretty straightforward, but like the engine and coal car, like it was interesting to do that and also like try and keep it kind of classic and vintage. Now there are some newer pieces on this train, definitely. But like we also have those old like window, right? The yellow window bits and stuff like that. So it's definitely a mix of parts, but I feel like it kind of fits.
Which is the way I love to do it. But every part feels chosen for its purpose carefully. It's not like slapdash, which is what's nice about it.
Thanks. Yeah. I really like my train platform too. Like it's funny because it's not the center of the stage at all. It's a whole little Cairo train station here, like with a little clock up there and everything. They didn't have the winged printed 16 piece. Otherwise, I was intending to kind of put that up there.
I just still think it looks cool. And I think you got the clock detail, you got the parrot detail augmenting, so it doesn't look too plain or anything. Actually, what you've done with the 33 slope decoration above it with the two round reds and the tile, that's nice too. I think it's all in keeping. I think you've done a good job there of kind of bricking the decoration. Rather than relying on the print, as nice as that original print is. But for me, especially someone who had both the harbours and loved them and loved those cranes, for me, the crane house and that whole build steals the show on this. I absolutely love it. I think I might do something similar to that, but modernized for my M-Tron base. But I might have like a modern style hang down one that runs on a rail like that with all trans neon visors and stuff around it.
It is kind of fun. Yeah. I mean, like it is a fun way to do a crane. It's different. And I think I may have looked at some images for that too. I don't remember, but in my brain, I was like, I wanted something like that, right? I was like, thinking about like this big track box, like crane house thing. Yeah. And so it's even got like an actual door, right? Like a little city door on it.
Yeah.
So, and then the big crane piece, you got the wheel on the side to work it.
Yeah. No, it works great, man.
Pull on a couple comments, then we'll jump to yours and we'll wrap it up.
Worries,
Lego should look a little cartoony, is the comment.
Of course.
We were talking about with
that's a good way of saying it.
Old Lego was great aesthetics, but they skimped on the interiors. Yes, that is true. There was very little inside some of these. You said that again.
Yeah.
I think you fixed the error there on the type.
You have to do that with your polybag sets. You have to use your polybag sets to populate the interiors.
Right. Yeah. Totally. I mean, and that's kind of what, especially with Fright Nights, there was a couple polybags, like the cat with the little like cook, like oven and stuff. You could totally just throw that inside the Witch's Magic Manor to build some.
Perfect. Great example.
Thank you, Lauren, for the truck. This was shown on Let's Talk About Lego. Yeah, I think Andrew pulled this up. He was like, when I posted it, he was like, bro, he's like, messaged me. He's like, we got to talk about this. Like this, if he loved this set. So he was really excited to talk about it.
I can see why, man. It's amazing. Lauren saying it would have been like 150 quid back in the day. Yeah, probably. It would have been a top tier.
Gold City Brick says an Avengers train would have been so tough. And then great mock. I appreciate that. Bricks and Figs Collectibles says awesome build. Every theme should have a train of some sort, says K2. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Thank you for joining. We are going to show another mock, so you're going to be in time for that, and then we'll kind of do a conclusion. So we appreciate you being here, and you're always welcome to watch it back if you want to see more. Looks awesome.
Yeah, man.
Who's this? Ben Doc? Ben Doc
1967, man. Fantastic. Well, better late than never. Great to have you here, mate. And then go and watch it back because it's been a good show.
Yeah, it's been a fun talk. Lauren, I think that is. I think it's right in the middle there. I think it's like late 20s because you see the biplanes and the trucks are definitely like World War I.
I'm sure there was a law thing with 1933, but I can't remember.
That could be it. I mean, it's right. It's right between the two great wars.
Yeah. Like. So you're right in the ball. You're right on the parameters there, Lauren. Definitely.
K2 says 20s in its lore is what he was saying. So okay, so yeah, I was googling like because I looked that up first to make sure, and then I was like kind of looking at trains from that time era. So
I'm with you.
150 back in the day, potentially. Yeah, I don't know how many pieces it has. I'd have to look that up. And yours is already ready in the queue. So let's jump into yours. And thanks for all the encouraging comments and all the stuff that you guys were talking about with these
Mike, for sure.
These mocks. So take a look at this. Okay, so here we go. I see your love for that blue slope in those. You were talking about that earlier.
I mean, I'm 75 slopes in general, mate. I've got a bit of a fetish for them, but yeah, I definitely. Basically, I wanted to do like a steroided version of the Oasis Ambush one. With
that
on. So I kept the exact same cat design, but then there's a bit more to this. I need to upload a couple of the other renders, but there's actually like a snake pit inside this and a lerp that blasts off the back.
Cool.
I just haven't done all the renders.
Yeah, get some POVs, bro. Sorry.
No, it's fine. The sarcophagus that the mummy's in kind of slides back and forth across those tiles set up back into its hole and stuff. So because I knew that this theme was heavy on the play features, I didn't want to skimp on that.
Bro.
I've been rendering at a lot higher setting than normal to try and give a better product on my Instagram. But the result is that like it's quite time consuming. I have to leave my laptop rendering for a while and stuff, and I just didn't get time to render the other side. But I will do. I might do like a POV ray showing a few of those features and upload that soon.
I was just saying.
I found some stuff in studio. There was some 75 slopes with some hieroglyphs on that I think are obviously from later. You'll probably know that better than me, Jason. Did they come later?
The dark tan
Jones or something. I don't know.
Are you talking about the dark tan ones along the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. If I had to guess, I would say they're Pharaoh's Quest, but they might be Indiana Jones. I think they're Pharaoh's Quest.
Pharaoh's Quest is cool. So just mix it up a little bit, but I think it kind of worked on this one.
The helicopter, bro.
Actually, that is actually based on a real set.
I was gonna say it is.
Yeah, it's from the Jungle one, I think. It's a polybag from the Jungle. We'll get to, but it's got Dr. Kilroy in it.
That's got to be Dino Island.
It must be Dino Island then. It's got Dr. Kilroy in it.
Yeah, I think that's Dino Island. Yeah,
but I
like it. I like it.
Yeah, I thought I'd give Baron. You know, he likes his weird little mini vehicle tech.
He does. So does his ancestors. All of his Bat Lord ancestors love him too. Yeah.
The only thing that I did, and I have no idea why I did this. I must have been really late at night, but I gave Johnny Thunder a different hat. which is a very
Uh,
controversial move.
Someone said that in the comments. Did you see that?
Very controversial move.
Yeah, that's not Johnny. That's his cousin.
That's Jimmy Thunder, Lauren. That's right, mate.
Jimmy.
That's right. Lauren knows. That's the twist. It's not Johnny. It's Jimmy Thunder, and everyone knows Jimmy Thunder wears more of a canvas kind of,
I did a return for like a Lego Ideas set. It was Jenny Thunder, his daughter. And
yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. I had like a whole villain and a bunch of guys, and like it was a whole big build. It was like Skull Island thing. Anyway, it was fun.
You'll have to pull that on when we do the jungle one.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. It's a little goofy. It's a little different. It's definitely different than what I've kind of cemented as my kind of vibe. But it was
but I like some of that prototype, like early stuff that I still think it was cool. It's worth a look one day, maybe.
You ever been to Egypt?
No.
Neither have I. Have you, Gold City? Drop that in the comments. You know what's funny about you mentioned Egypt? Well, we had a guy on our old shows. I'm sure you all remember him. Anyone who's watched the old Andrew and my Let's Talk About Lego show, his name was Steve Moon. He was like one of our top donors. Like he would drop like $10 every time he jumped in. And he didn't even stay for the whole show. But he was like in the Australian military, I believe. And he would like message me randomly or even in the show and be like, popping over to Egypt. Can't stay long. And like he was just like deployed everywhere and doing stuff. So he was always jumping around in Egypt, and he would like post on his Instagram and stuff. So okay, cool. Gold City says, yes, I have. It will bring a new perspective to this theme. Man, I would actually enjoy like going to see Egypt. Out of all the random places to go, not random, but like, other places than the West, I think Egypt might be the one. I don't know. It sounds really interesting. And it's probably heavily inspired by my love of the Mummy movies and Indiana Jones and mostly the Johnny Thunder sets.
Yeah.
All right. Does the top lift off?
Yeah, and there's a snake pit on it. So he rolls back in halfway, and the other half is a snake pit and a blast off door.
Perfect.
To be revealed another time.
Spacer Nate likes your update.
Thank you, man.
And
appreciate that. I appreciate your love for this Jimmy Thunder set. Jimmy Thunder's Adventures were only released in Monaco in 1999. This is true. They were very limited release.
A little bit of real world history. First helicopter was made in 1939.
That's coincidentally when this is set in 1939. Right, this is Baron von Baron. Everyone knows that he invented the helicopter in 1939. Yeah, it's not a Lego set, Stock Film Junkies. It's definitely not a Lego set. This is just a mock that I created in tribute to them. Being a little bit more liberal with the blue and stuff. But going back to what we talked about earlier, so it's a my own creation is what mock stands for.
Megablock. Just confuse everybody. Thanks, Laura.
Yourself with no instructions, but only with mega blocks.
Yes.
Yeah, it can sound a bit clicky when you're not sure. Like everyone's just saying mock all the time. Like, what are you talking about? I do see that start. But my own creation as far as I understand.
Yeah, I hate that term. I hate AFOL and I hate mock. I hate both of them.
Yeah, I just like build. I just like that build.
Build. Design. I use design a lot. It's like this is my own design, my own mock. It's like I don't.
But you set design. It's mock is like a mock could be. I could build a mock of like
I think anything that like originates in the community and then is like adapted by the company kind of annoys me. So I think AFOL and mock are both fan terms, and then Lego has like fully like embraced them. And anything that like that's the whole adults welcome.
Well, yeah, don't get Lauren started.
As soon as I saw that tagline, I was like, I'm out. Like this is the end of like
this is going to be expensive and bad.
As an adult fan of Lego, I was an adult fan of a toy that was primarily built for kids, and that was kind of the whole unique thing about being an adult fan of it. Is like it's a kid's toy, and we have taken this kid's toy and made it into this whole thing, and then now it's an adult's toy, which sounds wrong. I should probably phrase that better, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I know what you mean, man.
now it's this whole other, yeah, dude, I'm going down where we can't. We're almost 2 hours in. You said you couldn't stay super long, so I'm sorry about that.
No, you're all right, bro. Don't worry. This is about right.
We are definitely not going down that.
But
rabbit
to
hole,
be
though,
fair,
right
we
now.
couldn't. We could not skimp on Adventures Johnny Thunder Desert, the first one. You know, we could not skimp on that. We couldn't. We've got to give it his time and its due. And I'm glad we did. And the mocks have been superb. Mine's all right. And
well, hey man, you got the sub. Your mock was the one that pulled the Start Film Junkies sub. He just subbed, said it's a cool design, man.
Thank you, Start Film Junkies.
Thank you. Yeah, we featured a couple of mine earlier too, so if you want to see those, you can.
Have a look, man. Have a little look back.
Yeah, we have a bunch here. I'm kind of tempted to throw them up here again, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna shout out our paying members. We got all of these guys in the house: Kave, we got Marvin the Martian, Arn HB, Black Falcon, Micah, Glat Mox, Andrew Auburn, Chris Jones, Absolute Garbage, and we also got Zapur earlier, who just subbed as well. So shout out you guys. You're gonna get some cool hand-drawn pixel shields for your badges, and you have
100%.
some fun emojis you can use as well, and perhaps some exclusive content coming down the line if we have enough of you guys to join this Riverman's level. And that has been another episode of Brickstop Live Show, Adventures in Egypt.
That's it.
Should have just
Hope you enjoyed
literally cut it off right there and called it, but I felt like I was on like a flow for a second.
Yeah, you smacked that. It was amazing. Absolute
yeah.
Garbage says hell yeah, and yeah, hell yeah. Space Coach making some killer tunes in the street. Yeah, just putting some vocals, vocal harmonies. Yeah, it's more frustrating than a 48 by 48 base plate castle to put together if you want the real fake. But it's all lovely when it comes together and it's all nice. So yeah, just a bit of mixing to do. So yes, thank you for that. And thank you, Jason, for having us on. Thanks for all the great
for
stuff.
sure. I just dropped. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining, and I always appreciate your time, Jim. It's really a commitment, and it's I think it's really paying off. We're seeing people really enjoy this. So I just dropped a bunch of comments saying, just kind of sign off comments down below. Yeah, watch back. You're going to watch back. K2 says he's going to watch the 45 minutes he missed. And great show, guys. Peace.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, thanks for showing. Hey, thanks for sticking around for the whole thing. That's the other thing. Like this, you guys really kind of going for the long haul, man. Like,
anyone who stays with us is an absolute G. That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
So, like, subscribe, follow, do the things. You know the drill. No one should need to say that anymore on YouTube ever again, but you know we do. So do that, and we'll see you guys in the next show. So
do it for us because we love you.
Yes, that.